Yeah, okay.
Like, what should I just say my name or should I say anything else?
Hi, I'm Emmy and I'm 18 and I'm going into my senior year at Yorba Linda High School, and I've been at Yorba Linda Friends Church for 18 years now.
Okay, should I look at the camera or at you?
My name is Maiko. I go to Yorba Linda High School. I'm 17. I'm going to be a senior next year. And go Mustangs.
Hi, my name's Allie Malouf. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Yorba Linda, California.
ASB brought us
I
together.
knew who Emmy was a lot longer than before I met her, but I met Emmy at ASB camp my freshman year, and then I met Allie, I think my sophomore year. She was in one of my classes, and then we were all super good friends this beginning of the last year.
Yeah, I've met Emmy and Maya actually only just a year ago. We met through ASB. We actually we met on the day of our ASB camp, and that camp was only about 2.5 days long, but by the end of the camp, I already become friends with them, and then just throughout the year we became super close.
Yeah, Maya and I have been best friends since freshman year, and then Allie and I started becoming friends last year because we met at ASB camp as well, and we've just been a little family. I always knew I wanted to go to India because our church has been going to India for years, and I just never had the opportunity to go, never had the funds or the courage really to go. And then this year everything fell into place, and I found out we were going. So we were originally not going to go because the government changed, so it made things really hard and difficult. But then I found out we were going, and I told myself, I'm going to India. And then so I told Allie and I told Maya about it, and they agreed, and we just fell in love with the trip and the service that we were going to do. So.
Our church made a movie on India, so they have been going to India for a while now, but they decided they were going to go on this trip recently, and then I went to the meeting with Emmy, and then I decided I really wanted to go, and so I started raising money, and I got myself there.
I honestly didn't think they were going to go because I just didn't think it was going to happen. I think it was just a thing we just kind of talked about. I was like, you know what, I'm going. And I told them because I was at the meeting, and Maya showed up, and then we were talking to Allie about it more, and then she started showing up to the meetings, and we just all went. So.
Well, me and my friends, we had talked about it earlier in the year that we wanted to, and friends had previously been doing India trips, but this year, unfortunately, the year that we wanted to go, they weren't going to. But then it was really last minute, so at the very end of May, the church announced that they were going to do it. So the small group of people who wanted to could, and we were really unsure about it first. We were debating about it for a week, and then me and my friends finally just decided let's go. We want to do this. It's worth it. So
it was awesome seeing people donate to the cause. They really believed that I needed to go, and that just reassured me that I was supposed to go. And I just felt very blessed that all these people love me enough to donate their money.
I think the money was definitely difficult, but I know it was difficult for everyone because it was a lot of money, but nobody could just pay it up front. But we all got there, and we all knew we would get there if we tried.
Well, the first thing I did was I made letters for all our family friends to let them know I was going on the trip, and that I asked them, kind of told them what I was doing, and I asked them if they couldn't contribute and help me out financially, that if they could just pray for me. And some of the people sent some money, any dollar helped, so I was really appreciative of that. And so I raised about $1,000 that way, and then I also raised about a little over $1,000 through having yard sales. I had 8 different yard sales throughout those 2 months that we fundraised, and it was a lot of work, and I did not like it, but when you have motivation to do it, it made it worth it. And then also at the end, I was still $1,350 short, which I was going to just take out of my own money and eventually try to earn it back. But then a lady who goes to Friends Christian came in one day and said that she would like to pay off the balance for everyone else who needs to go on the trip. So I had the rest of my money donated to me that way, which really struck hard, that someone wanted to pay for me to go. And she didn't only pay for me, she paid for thousands of dollars for other people on my team to go, which was really amazing.
Yeah, I actually worked a lot. I work at my mom's art school, and I worked a ton of hours in different summer camps and taught, and basically raised all my money from working, and then I also had really generous donations from family and friends.
One of my best friends who went with me, named Maya, she actually designed a t-shirt that had a really cool design. It was an elephant, it had the world on it with India highlighted, and a quote from Gandhi, which basically said, be the change that you want to see in the world, and she sold them, and it was really awesome because our friends could buy them, you know, family, friends, so we also raised money that way.
Well, I had somebody tell me that one of their friends designed a t-shirt to go to on another trip, and I thought that was a good idea, and I like designing things and doing art stuff, so I decided I wanted to design a shirt, and then I did, and I sold actually a lot of them, so it was kind of cool how people would be wearing them and I could see, and they're like, oh my, your shirt. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, preparing for it was a lot. We had to raise a lot of money. We had to prepare for it a lot. You know, going to a different country, you have to have bug sprays, different medicines, shots, and everything. But it was definitely worth it to all go there. The first flight we flew from LAX to Dubai, which is in United Arab Emirates. So that flight was about 16 and a half hours. And what surprised me about the flight is that you don't actually fly like around the world, you fly over the world. So we got to fly over the North Pole. Yeah, and then, so you fly over the North Pole, then down like on top of Russia to Dubai, and then we stop there, not for too long, and then you fly from there. You take another 3.5 4 hour flight to Chennai.
Well, the plane ride was super long, and that wasn't fun, but I kind of was in shock like the whole way there, and then when we were there, and like for the first couple days, kind of didn't feel like, it was weird, like you didn't feel like you were in India, but you were, and it was really cool.
We went to the school and they did a little celebration for us and they danced for us.
All the kids were kind of standing out there. They did a whole performance for us, but when we got there they gave us these, they kind of draped them over our shoulders, and they gave us these huge leis and flowers and crowns as presents, and it was really special because we're going there to help them, but they're giving us all these presents before we even do anything.
They were smiling and we were waving to them, and then we went into the classrooms and we took control, so we gave the teachers like a little break so they could have fellowship with the adults.
Well, I loved all the little kids because they're so happy, and they're like so happy to be alive. And so it was nice to see how like someone with nothing compared to what we have or what the kids have here have like such big smiles on their faces.
I met a little girl, and I can't say her name because it's so hard, but I kissed her on the cheek and she started crying because no one's ever showed her affection or love. And then she kissed me on the cheek, and I was just holding her, and she said, I love you, Emmy. And that's when I knew like I needed to do this like with my life, to work with children and just to show them love.
Like the fact that we got to go there and visit them, they like gave us different things. They gave us fabric, they gave us huge flowers, and like we were there to serve them and they served us.
It was just really special to get these gifts from them. I'll keep it forever.
Cool to see people that are so like thankful for you, and it makes you feel different about everything.
It was really surprising because like when we went there, we were like really special guests.
And it was funny too because I have blonde hair, so they would come up and they would like be pulling on my hair and like laughing at me because I look so different from them. Or I sat down with them all once and they had just like rubbed my arms for like a solid 2 minutes. It was really funny, but it was really cool to see how like happy they were.
They touched me more. Like you think that you touch their lives, but they just affected my life so much. It was so humbling, and it was just an amazing experience.
Like everything was a blessing to us, and we were trying to be a blessing to them, and I think they just like love life. It's just so awesome to see.
The church has built like hundreds of schools down there, and so we went to go visit those schools. Even though the church has built them, not all the schools have had people from the church go visit them. So like when you do, the kids think that it's really special and they get really excited about it. So that was definitely the best part.
We stayed in 3 hotels. They were all really nice hotels because the people we went with wanted us to be comfortable there because we were already traveling somewhere so different.
We went to 2 cities. First we went to Chennai, and then we went further down south to Pondicherry, and they're both on the west coast. No, east coast.
We stayed in a Marriott, which is like an American kind of hotel, so it was like an American hotel in India. So we knew we'd have good food that we were comfortable with and that kind of thing. And then we also went to another hotel, which is called the Ananda Inn, and that was a lot more Indian hotel, but it was still nice, like it was comfortable. And then we got to stay one night at a beach resort called the La Pondy, and it was super nice. It was like, didn't seem like India at all. It seemed like this really tropical place. But
because I've been in Mexico and like the poor areas, and I mean, it wasn't like the same, but I was kind of prepared mentally. But then you walk out and you're out of the plane and you walk into the city, and then you really see the poverty, because India is the poorest country in the world, the most populated country in the world. There's people sleeping on the streets. Everyone's just driving everywhere. People look so hungry and so tired. So it was definitely very different. Like, you can't get more different than America with India. So
when we landed, it was about 4 in the morning once we started driving from the airport to the hotel. And while you're driving, you just see they don't really have sidewalks. They have just like rubble. It looks like broken sidewalks everywhere, just piles of like rocks. And there's so many people up at 4 in the morning. And we asked the man who was with us, his name is Raj, he was super amazing, but we asked him, like, why are all these people up? And he said that they got up that early just to start working. And you could just tell, like, by what they were wearing, by the places that they were in, that, they were definitely living in the poverty line.
and the bathrooms are definitely the most different.
Well, the bathrooms there are holes in the ground, and they use hoses. So if you needed toilet paper or anything, you had to bring it with you. Even in the hotels, even in the super nice hotels, they had hoses, and the toilets there and everything wasn't very good.
And the food was the most different. I actually got sick, unfortunately. I was the one who got it first, and I almost threw up and all that jazz, but
well, we saw different animals there. We got to go into kind of the temple area, and there was an elephant that we all got to meet.
They had ants in India that were this big, and they were black, and they sting you, and they were crawling all over the walls, so you couldn't sit on them.
They'll actually bring the elephant into their temple to worship her, but we got to take pictures with her and feed her, and that was fun. And then we also pulled off to the side of the road and fed monkeys just on the side of the road, and that was really cool. And then we also got to go to a crocodile and alligator zoo, and there was hundreds and hundreds of these things everywhere, and they were in cages. And then I just remember there was one huge cage, and they were all sleeping, and then one by one they would kind of get up and crawl towards us, face us and sit back down, and all of them did that. And it was kind of scary because then they were all pointing at you, but it was fun.
oh yeah.
I mean, you see pictures and stuff of it online, but seeing it in person is just always different. As soon as you get onto the streets out of the airport, you could easily see the difference. Cars are honking all the time. All the buildings just look so much more run down, and it's you see it, but nothing really prepares you for seeing it in person.
While at India, we went to a place called the Five Rathas in Shore Temple, and it's gated off because you have to pay to get in and everything. But when you get outside of the gate, there's a huge shopping market, and there was these little gypsy girls, and they came up to everyone in our group, and our group is mostly women, and they tried to sell us jewelry, and they followed us all the way to our car, begging us to buy the jewelry. But it wasn't really about the jewelry, it was more that they just really needed help, and they really needed money, and they knew we could help them. And so it was super hard. I didn't have anything with me at the time, so I was no, I can't buy your little necklaces or anything. And they're just looking at you and begging because they know you can help them, but it was hard. It was really hard.
Go on a mission trip. You see real life. You don't see Orange County. It opens your eyes. You see what it's like in the world and how people live, and then you get to respect the culture and how they do their daily life and how much a struggle is to get water. So if you're ever considering going on a mission trip, I just say go for it.
Volunteering and helping with the little kids is just so much fun. And then also, automatically by going on one of these trips that your faith is strengthened. And that's always something to look forward to, and just the experience and being able to learn more about the world that you're in is really special.
I think the faith that people had there impacted me, and I noticed, I was thinking about it the other day, they pray a lot.
Because a lot of people in their society, people will look down on them. They're not touched. They're like the untouchables. So just like hugging them and then kissing them on the cheek made their life, and they started crying because they're just so amazed at someone who loved them.
And they pray and they pray and they pray, and then like God helps them, and they see that, and then they're so thankful for it, and then they pray more. Like their faith is like never ending.
I would definitely go again. Like, you know, when you're there, the kids ask you to go, and you know, they say, please don't forget me, like, please come back, and that's just so special, you know.
The teachers told me to come back. They're like, my students like fell in love with you, and they wrote my name on their hands, and they wrote me love letters, and I need to go back. I love those kids so much.
I think if anyone else wanted to go on a missions trip, I think it is highly, like for me, it's highly encouraged. I think it's pretty life-changing and eye-opening, even if you don't like want to go or you think it's going to be crazy. It is crazy because it's nothing like what we have here, and the people are so different.
You'll come out as a better person at the end of it.
And for anyone that's thinking about going, I say, you know, it's totally worth all the hard work. You know, it changes you, like, you know, for the better, and it's just such a special experience. You know, it's going to be a part of me forever.
I think Emmy, Allie, and I got a lot closer.
Go through this experience with so much emotions together that it's something that we'll just always have, that like brings us together, you know, rooming together, going everywhere together, experiencing the schools and the people and the poverty there together. I think it definitely brought us closer and will keep us closer.
I think it's a cool thing we can kind of share with our friends, and it's a cool thing we have together that we can show other people. So it's kind of not that like I just went on the trip and now I come back and I'm alone and I have to tell all my friends about it, but like all three of us got to experience it together, and we get to go out and share it with everyone.
I'm just thankful because the church supported us immensely. They were just always there for us in prayer and finances, because the church as a community donated a lot, like thousands of dollars to all of us. So I'm just very thankful to have the opportunity